We have our tickets and the suitcases are in place, but we need to tidy things up here. The outliner is designed to bring order and accessibility to all the objects in the scene. Let's learn how to make the most out of it. In order to avoid getting lost among all the objects, some of which are still called cubes, we will give all the objects names by double-clicking on them and entering a name. And when we are done, we will press enter. Pink suitcase, enter. One limitation of the outliner is that the order of the objects cannot be moved. It is determined by the alphabetical order. If we add digits, they will be sorted accordingly. You will see that they are arranged one after the other. Luckily, we have collections that can be moved around as we please. They help us keep the project organized by grouping objects by subject. We can create new collections on the top right. We can create several collections and arrange them in any order we want without limitations. Double-clicking on it and giving it a name. We can create a collection for all the clothes that belongs to the pink suitcase. A right-click menu will also give us a variety of colors options for the collection. In the outliner, clicking on an object will select it. We can drag the appropriate clothes in, just like we do with folders in our computer. Let's put bow shoes in the right suitcase. Everything we select in the outliner will be synced with what we select in the viewport, and vice versa. To select several objects in the outliner, we can hold Ctrl and click. If we hold Shift and click, we can choose everything between the first and the second selection. When we are in the viewport and have selected an object or several objects, the shortcut M on the keyboard will help us choose which collection to put the objects in. All the selected objects will go to the pink suitcase. We can also create new collections from here. Let's choose all the objects, press M, choose New Collection, and name it Blue Suitcase. If we have selected an object in the viewport and want to know where it is in the outliner, we can press the tilde key in the keyboard and press Show Active from the Pie menu. This will immediately show us where it is in the hierarchy. We can create a collection within a collection in order to sort the clothes. In the right-click menu, we can select all the objects under the collection or delete all the objects under the same collection. Please note that a collection is not a group. It does not have a representation of location in space and cannot be moved in space. In the chapter on hierarchy, we will learn how to do something similar to grouping. In addition to organization, we can also control the visibility of objects in the scene. In the outliner, by default, next to each object, we have two icons, and next to collections, there is another one. The eye icon hides and shows the objects in the viewport. If we hide a collection, everything under it will be hidden as well. This is very useful when we have a complex scene and we want to minimize distractions and access a specific object. The camera icon next to the eye determines whether it will eventually be rendered or not. The V icon appears only on collections and is used for more advanced functions, such as render layers and instance systems. At the top right, there are filters that can be used to control what the outliner displays. There is a line of other options for controlling visibility, and one that we should know about is the arrow. As soon as we edit, it will be added to the line. This allows us to determine which objects will not be selectable from the viewport. For example, I try to select all the objects that are in the suitcase, but the suitcase itself is also selected. I can mark it as not selectable. And now I can choose the objects much more easily. Okay, are we ready? Wait, where did I put my ticket? We can also hide an object directly from the viewport. Whenever an object is selected, we can click the shortcut Age, and it will disappear. Oh, there it is. Shift Age will hide everything except the selected object. Alt Age will show all the hidden objects. All the shortcuts are listed under Object, Show Hide, Hide Selected, Hide Unselected, and Show Hidden Object, the last one that we just talked about. Excellent! Now let's organize our luggage with collections, sorted by theme, suitcase, 1, 2, books, clothes, etc. Have a nice flight and see you in the next lesson.